Malaysia, a Southeast Asian nation known for its economic dynamism, found itself in the throes of a crisis that shook its foundations in 2015. This crisis was not just any ordinary financial mishap, it was a scandal of unprecedented proportions that would leave an indelible mark on the country's history. This crisis, stemming from the One Malaysia Development Berhad, or 1MDB scandal, exposed a deep-rooted web of financial mismanagement and grand larceny that would reverberate across the nation and beyond. The scandal involved billions of dollars being siphoned off and misused, leading to a massive financial black hole. What began as a state-owned investment fund aimed at propelling Malaysia's economic growth quickly morphed into a symbol of corruption, greed, and abuse of power, leaving an indelible mark on the nation's psyche and economy. The fund, initially intended to attract foreign investment and boost development, became a tool for personal enrichment for a select few. The scandal, with its intricate network of transactions and high-profile individuals, captivated the world's attention, becoming a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of unchecked financial misconduct. It involved a complex web of international money laundering, implicating several global financial institutions and prominent figures. As investigators peeled back the layers of deception, the true extent of the damage became horrifyingly clear. The scandal's reach extended far beyond Malaysia's borders, affecting financial markets and institutions worldwide. The scandal not only drained billions from Malaysia's coffers but also severely undermined investor confidence, tarnished the nation's international reputation, and ignited widespread public anger and distrust. The fallout from the 1MDB scandal continues to be felt, as Malaysia works to rebuild its economy and restore its standing on the global stage. In 2009, 1MDB emerged as a beacon of hope, a strategic initiative aimed at propelling Malaysia towards a brighter economic future. The fund was envisioned as a game-changer, a tool to harness the nation's potential and elevate its status on the global stage. Conceived under the leadership of then-Prime Minister Najib Razak, the fund was positioned as a catalyst for economic development, attracting foreign investment and driving growth in key sectors. Najib Razak's vision was to create a robust economic engine that would power Malaysia into a new era of prosperity. Its stated mission was to transform Malaysia into a high-income nation through strategic investments in energy, real estate, and tourism. These sectors were seen as the pillars that would support the nation's ambitious growth plans. The fund's early days were marked by ambitious projects and high-profile partnerships. These initiatives were designed to showcase Malaysia's potential and attract further investment. 1MDB embarked on a spending spree, acquiring power plants, inking deals with international companies, and announcing plans for grand real estate developments. The scale and scope of these projects were unprecedented in Malaysia's history. The fund's activities generated significant buzz, attracting attention from global investors and fueling optimism about Malaysia's economic trajectory. The international community watched closely, eager to see how 1MDB's bold moves would unfold. For a time, 1MDB seemed poised to become a shining example of a successful state-owned investment vehicle, driving progress and prosperity. The early successes painted a picture of a bright future, filled with promise and potential. As 1MDB's operations expanded, so did the whispers of wrongdoing. Concerns about the fund's opaque dealings and mounting debts began to surface. Investigative journalists, diligently piecing together a complex trail of financial transactions, raised red flags about potential irregularities. Whistleblowers, risking their careers and safety, stepped forward with alarming accounts of financial mismanagement and potential criminal activity. These early warnings, however, were largely ignored or dismissed by those in power. The Malaysian government, led by Najib Razak, vehemently denied any wrongdoing, dismissing the allegations as politically motivated attacks. However, the evidence continued to mount, and the whispers of corruption grew louder, ultimately reaching a crescendo that could no longer be silenced. The world was watching as the scandal began to unfold on a global stage, with authorities in multiple countries launching investigations into the alleged misappropriation of billions of dollars. At the heart of the 1MDB scandal was a cast of characters whose actions and motivations would become the subject of intense scrutiny. This scandal, which shook the financial and political world, involved high-profile individuals whose decisions had far-reaching consequences. Najib Razak, the then Prime Minister, faced allegations of using his position to siphon off billions from the fund. His leadership came under severe criticism as evidence mounted against him, painting a picture of corruption at the highest levels of government. His lavish lifestyle and close ties to key figures in the scandal fueled public outrage and demands for accountability. The opulence of his life stood in stark contrast to the financial struggles of ordinary Malaysians, intensifying the public's anger. Joe Low, a flamboyant Malaysian financier, emerged as a central figure in the scandal. His involvement was not just financial but also deeply personal, as he navigated the worlds of high finance and celebrity with ease. Low, known for his extravagant parties and connections to Hollywood celebrities, was accused of masterminding the scheme to defraud 1MDB. His ability to blend into elite circles made him a particularly elusive target for investigators. His whereabouts remain unknown, as he is currently a fugitive from justice. Despite numerous efforts by international authorities to locate him, Low has managed to evade capture, adding to the mystery and intrigue surrounding the case. Rosma Mansour, Najib Razak's wife, also came under fire for her alleged involvement in the scandal. Her role, though less publicized, was significant as she was believed to have influenced key decisions. Known for her penchant for luxury goods and extravagant spending, she faced accusations of using 1MDB funds for personal enrichment. Her lavish lifestyle became a symbol of the excesses and corruption that plagued the 1MDB saga. Section 5. The market reacts, eroding trust and investor flight. The revelations of the 1MDB scandal sent shockwaves through the global financial system. Investors, once optimistic about Malaysia's economic prospects, were quick to pull their money out of the country. The scandal eroded trust in Malaysia's institutions and raised serious concerns about the rule of law and corporate governance in the country. The Malaysian stock market plummeted as investors reacted to the unfolding crisis. The ringgit, Malaysia's currency, went into freefall, losing significant value against major currencies. Foreign direct investment dried up, as international companies became wary of doing business in a country grappling with such high-level corruption. The scandal served as a stark reminder of the fragility of investor confidence and the devastating consequences of its erosion. Section 6. Ringgit's freefall, the currency's plight amidst the storm. The 1MDB scandal delivered a devastating blow to the Malaysian ringgit, sending it into a tailspin that reflected the depth of the crisis. As details of the scandal emerged, the currency went into freefall, reaching its lowest point in nearly 2 decades. The ringgit's depreciation had a ripple effect throughout the Malaysian economy, impacting businesses and consumers alike. The cost of imported goods skyrocketed, putting a strain on businesses and households. Inflationary pressures mounted, eroding purchasing power and adding to the economic anxieties of ordinary Malaysians. The ringgit's woes served as a constant reminder of the far-reaching consequences of the scandal, underscoring the interconnectedness of financial markets and the real-world impact of corruption. Section 7. A nation divided, political upheaval, and the cry for justice. The 1MDB scandal ignited a firestorm of political unrest in Malaysia, as citizens took to the streets to demand accountability and justice. The scandal, with its staggering scale of alleged corruption, struck a chord with Malaysians from all walks of life, uniting them in their outrage and their call for change. The scandal became a lightning rod for broader discontent with the ruling government, which had been in power for decades. Protests erupted across the country, demanding the resignation of Prime Minister Najib Razak and a thorough investigation into the scandal. The government's response, initially dismissive and defensive, eventually shifted towards acknowledging the need for reform and accountability as public pressure mounted. Section 8. Lessons etched in crisis: rebuilding trust and fortifying governance. The 1MDB scandal serves as a cautionary tale about the devastating consequences of unchecked corruption and the urgent need for transparency and accountability in governance. The scandal exposed systemic weaknesses in Malaysia's institutions and highlighted the importance of safeguarding against abuses of power. In the aftermath of the scandal, there has been a concerted effort to strengthen Malaysia's institutional framework and promote good governance. Reforms have been introduced to enhance financial oversight, strengthen anti-corruption mechanisms, and promote greater transparency in government dealings. These reforms, while a step in the right direction, are a work in progress, and their effectiveness in preventing future scandals remains to be seen. Section 9. Malaysia's Road to Redemption, Charting a Course for a Brighter Future. The 1MDB scandal was a dark chapter in Malaysia's history, but it also served as a catalyst for change, prompting a national reckoning with issues of corruption and governance. The road to recovery has been long and arduous, but Malaysia has made strides in rebuilding its economy and its international reputation. The new government has taken steps to restore investor confidence, strengthen the ringgit, and attract foreign investment. Malaysia has also been actively cooperating with international authorities in their investigations into the 1MDB scandal, demonstrating its commitment to justice and accountability. While the scars of the scandal remain, Malaysia is determined to learn from its mistakes and emerge stronger and more resilient.